Depending on how many flowers are nearby, bees fly up to 8 kilometers away from their hive to find flowers. When you think about it, that's a way bigger distance than some of us go from our homes in weeks or even months, except for the way to school or to work. I once just got on a bus with some friends cause we had a lot of time left before the next class. And we just drove like 10 bus stops before we got off. And then we just walked the way back to school while talking. I hadn't seen that area before, even though it wasn't even 2 kilometers away from my home. But you should even do this alone, because you don't want to just sit at home for the whole day. Because of, well, the things that I preach in almost every video. Sunlight exposure, and when you're outside you won't be a degenerate, like you won't just start fapping. And you will also feel happier, or at least I feel happier when I look back at the end of the day and just think, yeah, I'm glad that I was outside for 2 or 3 hours today and not just at home on my phone no matter what I was doing. Even if I was working for YouTube, I would rather be outside and just enjoy nature, because I don't know, it's more satisfying to look back at the end of the day, if you get what I mean. And it can also create some kind of story, because when you think about it, every other guy is talking about his favorite series or some shit that he saw on TikTok. Either girls... I can't talk! Okay, like literally all the conversations between the boys in my school are about girls, some shit they saw on TikTok, or you know, some soccer teams or something, some random ass bullshit. So be the one who stands out, be the one who's doing something with his life. We want to do this adventuring habit at least once a week, and our goal is to, of course, increase the amount of adventures we do each week. But of course only if you have the time for it. And since it is a new habit that we want to build, obviously we will want to skip it on some days. And that's why it is best to do it at the same time each week. For example, every Saturday you will go out at 2 p.m. or whatever, and you will find a new spot in your city that you haven't yet seen. Even when it's raining, even when it's hot outside, even when it's snowing, you will do it every week at least once. Think about it as if you were in a video game. When you start a new game and open the map, most of it is dark. And the same is true for your map, except for the way you take to school or to work each day, or almost every day. So go and explore your map. I'm quite sure there's even streets you haven't seen in like a 200-meter radius of your house. For example, last week I found a new street that was parallel to the path that I walk almost every single day, and it was actually quite a nice spot. I also discovered something that I didn't know existed. It can be as simple as taking a different bus and walking the rest of the way back home. Or when you go meet up with someone, you can literally just walk another path. Don't walk the path that directly leads to the meetup, you know, just take a slight detour to find a new spot. And if you're feeling brave, why don't you take an hour or two to just ride on your bike, or you don't even have to have a bike, you can just walk as far as you can to try and discover a new area. You might just discover a beautiful spot, and it might even benefit you. For example, when you take out your boys or a girl to a new spot that you've found, they might also enjoy the beautiful scenery or whatever cool it is that you found there. So go on an adventure and explore the part of the map that's still dark for you. Take action.